Hello Aries, this is your August forecast, and this month Jupiter, planet of good fortune, abundance, changes sign. So it's time to do things differently, which is why I thought I'd present to you differently, have a sit down this time, a little more informally, speaking to you as my friends and my family. So there's a lot happening and it's building up, I feel, to these big eclipses that are happening next month. We've got Venus retrograde all month, and Venus rules your relationships and your finances. So you're going to be rethinking and reconsidering those areas all this month. Saturn is still retrograde all month. We've got Jupiter changing sign. So much is happening, and then the eclipses next month on the 13th and the 28th of September. The one on the 28th of September next month is in Aries, your sign. So there's going to be somewhat of a build-up this month to these eclipses. So let's break it down with the first part of the month, which is the first week of the month. We've got a lovely aspect of Jupiter and Venus coming together. Oopsie daisy. I'm trying something new, so please be patient with me. Let's move that away. There we are. Now, so Jupiter and Venus, they are known as the two benefics in astrology. When they come together, this can bring to fruition something you've been working with. It's also a lovely aspect for anything connected with your own business, doing something entrepreneurially. Maybe you've got a product or a service that you'd like to bring to the market, or a business that you'd like to expand. This Jupiter-Venus could in fact bring you some money or some kind of financial help to get where you want to go with something creative as well. For those of you in the entertainment business or the artistic business or the design business, this too could be a positive boost. And also, let's not forget, the fifth house is the fifth house of romance. So for those of you in the market for romance, this first week could well be a good time. Now let's keep in mind that with this Venus retrograde in this fifth house, it's a time to think about, well, what are my unique gifts, my unique talents? And am I putting that into my work, into my everyday life? And if not, what is it that I could be doing that would give me great pleasure? Venus retrograde in Leo is all about what gives you pleasure, what makes your heart sing. And look, we've got so much happening this month with the Sun for the first 3 weeks in this fifth house for you as well. It's about looking at what makes you feel uplifted, what brings you joy, and bringing that joy possibly into a business, into your workplace in some way. Of course, this can be very good for children, for doing anything with children, for even conceiving a child at this time, or just doing something playful and fun and uplifting. And examining your life, are you being too serious? And how can you lighten things up with your attitude? Now on August the 8th, we've got Mercury going into this sixth house of health and service and work. And Mercury there is giving you an opportunity really to think about how you contribute to others. We all need to feel as though we're valuable in some way and contributing. And this Mercury, you may find a new way of maybe volunteering. Maybe there's a volunteering thing you'd like to do, you'd like to help somebody. It's a good time. Mercury in Virgo is in its rulership there, so good time for any kind of communications in the workplace at this time. On August the 9th, we've got Mars joining everybody in this fifth house, and so this is energizing you. It's really a boost of positive energy for you, Aries. It's a wonderful time to be proactive, to bring romance into your life, to bring joy into your life, but also to get on with a project, a creative project. Anything that's creative is extremely well aspected for you this month. And on August the 12th, of course, is this big news, a separate video, of course, about Jupiter into Virgo. But looking at it for you, Aries, it's going into this 6th house. So this is a wonderful time. It brings some good fortune in your health area. Now you do have to be careful because Jupiter tends to go to extremes. So it could be that you eat a lot and you put on a lot of weight, which you have to be a little careful about with Jupiter in the 6th, or that you learn a lot and you study about health and diet and well-being and mental well-being with the Mercury there, and you get a new lease of life, more energy, more understanding of how your cells work and operate, so you can take that energy to a higher level and feel just more energized. Jupiter in Virgo, as I said, it's a big story, separate video. On the 14th of the month, we've got a new moon joining everybody here in Leo in this 5th house. So new beginnings, possibility of an existing relationship, having a new breath of fresh air, something happening that's different. A new beginning for a new business. Maybe a launch date for something that you'd like to promote. And also maybe a new beginning for a new hobby that you'd like to take up, or a new sport, or something that you'd like to do that gives you this feeling of upliftment and joy. This house is very much the house of joy. And that's going to be a big focus for you this month, Aries. Where is my joy? On the 24th of the month, we've got the Sun slipping into this 6th house, shining a light now with Jupiter on your work. And so with all these planets in your 6th house energizing you, this is a wonderful time to change the direction of your career, to look for something new, maybe to get recognized by somebody. And also, if you've been applying for work, this is a great time. Jupiter is energizing more opportunities for you in your work area. You do need to be proactive, doesn't necessarily fall into your lap, but more opportunities coming in for you potentially the whole of this year and into next year. Also, Jupiter there could bring some travel connected with your work. On August the 28th, we've got the Mercury coming into your 7th house. Whoops, Mercury there. And this is a really good time, the end of the month there, for having some good conversations. Good time as well, possibly for signing a contract that's been going on, but a good conversation in your relationship, maybe a heart-to-heart that was needed. Also a good time for writing and any kind of communications with another person. And on the 29th of the month, we've got a full moon happening here in Pisces, in your 12th house. And a full moon here is really going to highlight all the things that maybe you've not been looking at, maybe things that you haven't wanted to look at, maybe things that have been secret. A secret can be revealed at this time. And a full moon in your 12th house could bring you some very powerful dreams, something very interesting happening for you. And wow, it just takes you onto a new level. It's also, during that full moon, I would make sure that you take just some time out to be quiet, to be peaceful, to just enjoy meditating, to look at nature. That would be great to do during this full moon, especially as it's resonating there with the energy of Neptune, which is very much your higher self, connecting in with those higher energies. You're going to be very busy with your work and doing stuff, and at the end of the month you get an opportunity just to release and to let go. A 12th house full moon is very much about letting go. Now, finally, on August the 31st and September 1st, we've got a conjunction between Venus and Mars in the 5th house. This is a wonderful aspect for bringing somebody back into your life, maybe that's not been in your life for a while, for making contact with someone, especially good for a physical, sexual relationship, for just a really connecting with someone where you feel in balance and there's a harmony. But certainly with that Venus retrograde can trigger somebody coming back into your life, and a new impetus of pleasure and sharing in that relationship. So with Saturn retrograde in this 8th house, I'm going to suggest that you really take a look at your finances, really take a look at how you're managing your finances and also where your money is. We're coming into a little bit more uncertainty as far as the financial system's concerned. I think things are going to get triggered possibly with the eclipses next month, and that's why I'm doing a seminar about it. So just a heads up to keep an eye on your money and your finances and move things around if necessary. Overall, I think this is an exciting month for you, Aries. And I hope you've enjoyed the new presentation. Please give feedback, comments. You know I love hearing from you. I love your emails. I love your comments. And of course, I love doing personal readings and questions. Have a great month. Bye for now.